Why am I like this? Why must I be like this? Why must I act this way? Hello, here's the Animal Crossing. I'm back. Oh, there's Norma being Norma. Look at her. A fucking icon. Anyway, hi. We've been wondering the same thing. Well, you can always go home if you're not having fun. That's still my favorite Smallsy quote ever. You can always go home if you're not having fun. Goes home. Well, it's over. Hi, Isabel. What's up, girlie? No breaking news. The week did fly by. I know how hard all of you worked, so I hope you enjoy a well-deserved, lovely weekend. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Isabel. Oh, I should say, I'm eating these, I don't know what y'all would call them, but these are like, excuse me, these are like, almost like pastries. So what happens is, you basically, my mom I think filled them with like ham and cheese bits and stuff like that. And it's basically like fried. You basically have this like, you know? Oh, my phone is ringing, excuse me. I hope that was clear. I don't know. Let me look that up. I'm gonna look it up. What is that? Pierogi? They're not cooked in boiling water. Yeah, but it's like kind of Dex, kind of we call them Portuguese lesson. Wait, oh, are the sound, oh yeah, the sound commands are not working because my volume mixer was fucking up. Oh, it's still fucking up. Well, we call them rissóis over here. Let me try to let me translate. Google Translate. Hello, hi. It's a it's essentially, that doesn't sound right. Sorry. So you make this dough, right? And then you deep fry it, and then it has like a little filling with whatever you want to do. You can usually savory though. You have like sausage. You can put like tuna, sausage, ham and cheese, beef, shrimp, whatever it is, right? And so these are like little homemades my mama made because she's on she's like on medical leave for work. And then this is the inside. This one is like beef and stuff. Wait, croquetas? That might be the closest thing. I think that's probably the, yeah, we have those. We make those as well. And it's like the closest thing to that, yeah. Very, very similar. Yeah, it's just a different shape, I guess. It's literally that, but it's a different shape. The power of the internet. We figured it out. Kind of like an empanada. Yeah. Oh yeah, my fashion. Someone said something about my fashion. Pietro actually gave me this sweater, this like little vest. Because there was fucking drama, y'all. So Plucky, I was minding my own business. And then all of a sudden I see both Plucky and Pietro with like little clouds above their heads. And little Pietro is just stomping around. And I'm like, oh no, my Pietro, what's going on? And he tells me that someone called him shallow. He was like, he said something to the effect of like, I've never been called shallow before. I've been called many things, but never shallow. And I was like, did Plucky do it? Because Plucky also had the angry thing above her head. And I was like, not this. So I go talk to Plucky. Plucky talks about something completely irrelevant. And I'm like, okay, Plucky is pretending nothing happened. I think Plucky said something to the effect of like, oh, we keep running into each other kind of thing. And I was like, okay, Plucky. Deflecting from the issue. And then I go back to Pietro because he's still like stomping around, right? And I was like, baby Pietro, what's going on? And so he tells me that he was like, I never thought Plucky would do this to me. And I was like, not this. So Plucky has to go. That's the moral of the story. Plucky has to go. You don't mess around with my baby Pietro. I bought a lot of Fur Cynthias because there was like it was on sale yesterday. Oh, Plucky trying to bribe me with new pants. This scandal. Plucky is starting to get on my nerves because Plucky, every time I talk to Plucky says something to the effect of like, oh, do you ever just like look over the ocean and picture how life would be like in another island? And I'm like, sweetie, you don't say that to me. Okay, let's see what. Okay, those shorts are cute. Plucky made some points with those. Let's change our outfit. This scandal on Redacted. I know, right? Plucky needs to go. That's all. So I got another expansion to my house. I haven't done anything to this room yet, but I have a new room. So that's fun, funky, and fresh. Honestly, I did it for the storage. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I just did it because I ran out of storage. I have a little seahorsey because I love seahorses and I caught one recently. Here's my room. I have a little Animal Crossing Switch. I have a little arcade machine. Thanks to Spin, because Spin had this on his Nook Cranny, and I was like, I must have it. I'll probably I think I'm gonna make like an arcade bar cafe kind of thing. So that's the temporary placement for the arcade machine. Let me know if you need anything. Oh, thank you, Cypher. For the time being, I'm just like chilling and kind of doing things like slowly, you know what I mean? I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time, to be honest. So I don't even know like what I would want. Oh yeah, I didn't change my outfit. Flop. She's a flop, Your Honor. Okay, so I got this new plant, right? Look at it. It's a forsythia. Isn't it so cute? Look at it. It was on sale yesterday on the oh my god, on the little On the little, oh my god, what is it called? It wasn't Nook Miles, but it was like that, it was that little ATM kind of thing. Because apparently it stems from like a South Korean tradition where they, on a specific day, which I guess was like yesterday or something. Yeah, it was Nook shopping, yeah. They have a tradition where at a specific day of the year they plant, like it's a thing that they plant trees, and those specific trees are very common for people to plant around this time of the year, I guess. Let me change my outfit. I actually like the shorts that Plucky just gave to us. So let's change it around. I think we need something flat. Oh, Flora gave me this. Flora chose chaos yesterday. I was like, Flora, what are you doing? What is this? But alas, we love Flora. We stan Flora in this house. Yeah, Flora was going through a moment. This is kind of cute. Doesn't really fit with the theme though. Oh, this is kind of cute. This game kind of bothers me because sometimes the tops and the bottoms don't match, just like in real life. I think I'm gonna put on a crown. And then not the cowboy boots. Actually, the cowboy boots are kind of serving. You know what? The cowboy boots kind of made some points on this day. Let's do that. Fashion. Fashion. Let me store these. Oh, I did something on my Nook Miles. Yeehaw. I boobily logged into yesterday because I forgot to play. It might be still on today. Let me check. I also got a whoopee cushion because it was like April Fool's, so I got a whoopee cushion. Let me show y'all around my island because I have actually been making some changes. I finally am making some roads, so like look at it. It's pretty basic, don't at me. Actually, keep your commentary to yourself about my island. Don't criticize my island. I'm not here for you to judge. But I made little roads, look. This little road leads to Sheldon's home. We have the trees, we have little bushes marking territories. I want to make little areas. Yeah, it's cherry blossom season. I'm not time traveling, by the way. Nothing against it, but I'm not. I'm just saying. I have little bushes everywhere. This is my entrance. Oh, there's a cherry blossom. I'm terrible at catching the cherry blossoms, by the way. Yep, I just fully missed it. So this is the main path that leads to a bridge that is under construction right now. There's the whoopee cushion next to Sheldon's home. I'm gonna take it away. It's not April Fool's anymore. Sheldon doesn't deserve this. Sheldon is one of my favorites now. So this is the entrance. I have a little bench here so people can chill and hang out next to the flowers. Oh, well. Come here. Oh my god. Sorry. I lose my composure over a freaking butterfly. Oh. Stu. Hi, Stu. Stu started calling me Teehee. Hi, Stu. What's going on? Look at how pretty the sun is, like a big old donut that's on fire. Stu says some shit. Stu sometimes says some shit that you're like, are you okay? I feel like he's high all the time. That's it. That's my plot line for him. I have a little swing here next to the beach. This is Pietro's home. Oh, hi, Sheldon. Yo, Teehee, feeling strong cardio? Lay it on me. Oh, God. Muscle madness. Ooh, I heard shouting is a great way to work the abs. I also heard my neighbors were complaining. You don't have any neighbors. Oh, hi. He's still wearing the Luigi outfit. I think he loves it. He wears it all the time. Let's visit Pietro. I decorated his home with a little egg item. Oh, hi, Pietro. Look at him going ham. He's like, that bitch Plucky. I'll show her. He's like taking out his anger on Plucky. Hi, Pietro. Oh, Ruby, sorry. I was doing a little DIY. I was in the zone, you know. What you crafting? Glad you asked. I'm just making a stone lion dog. The recipe came to me in a dream. Do you want to hear more about it? Either the dream or the stone lion dog. Yep. I say yes. Uh-oh, I've already forgotten my dream, but I have the recipe written down right here. You can have it. I love Pietro. Give it a try, Ruby. If I can make this, anyone can. Aw. I love Pietro so much. By the way, I talked to my mom during the BRB. So she's officially getting me the she's going with my dad shopping so that we get we acquire the ingredients for a tiramisu, and we should get that done sometime next week, because I know that she's gonna do an afternoon shift, so I'm gonna be able to do it. I should be able to do it next week. More info on that later, because I don't know specifics right now, but I'll let you know what's up later. I fish. It's a clownfish! Oh my god. Not her having to chaperone your father to get the right ingredients. Yeah, because he's just gonna say that they don't have it. Because he's lazy like that. He's just gonna say that they don't have it. Pietro! Hi. I made it. Here's a gift. This is very important. Yes, for you, Pietro. A little clownfish for a little clown. Hi. Look at that little clownfish go. Ah! I've always wanted a pet like that. Yay! Hold up, I can't let you just give me something this good for free. Let's see if I have anything decent to give you. How about an after school? Oh my god, he keeps giving me stuff like that. Okay, yeah, sure. Thanks, Pietro. I love you so much. You can't do anything wrong in my eyes. Bye. I fucking love Pietro. Anyway, continuing on, I have the little path extends upon Plucky's house. Listen, at some point I'm gonna replace Plucky with someone else, but the house is gonna still be here. I think Plucky is home actually. Should I just ignore Plucky and get her to leave? Is that how they leave? Should I just not talk to Plucky at all? I think y'all said it was irrelevant. It's just like random, whoever gets the text bubble, right? Hi, Plucky. It's not based on relationship. Okay, yeah. I think you told me that. Hey, Ruby, make yourself at home, cheeky poo. What's the latest? I guess rocks are laying eggs now. I keep finding stone eggs near the rocks around here. Plus, I heard someone hit a rock on a Nook Miles ticket to our island and a whole pile of them popped out. Look, I'm no expert, but I think I know enough about geology to say that's not normal, cheeky poo. Okay, bye. The way that Plucky went from like one of my favorites, and she's been going down the list ever since she wanted to leave my island that one time. I've been like, oh wow, I see how you feel about me. Hi, Heart. How are you? Oh, there were a bunch of shooting stars yesterday, so there's plenty. Oh look, one of the spring items. Isn't that so cute? You can make a little picnic set with your cherry blossoms. Isn't that so cute? I put it over here near the beach so that people can have little picnics. I have a different unrelated picnic set over here. Not a body. Not that. Oh, not that. Oh, well. Mistakes were made. No, the little sand castle. Oh my god, wait, hold on. This sand castle is trolling me on this day. Let me put it over here. So that, there you go. So that the coconuts don't fall behind the thing. That's kind of it for the roads. Like, I'm still working on them. But that was like my latest project, was like me working on these roads that connect to like the main roads, connect to the town hall. I have this on this side. Let me bounce into the ocean, right? So I'm just like, it's a work in progress, my little island. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, heart. You've been awake for an hour and still laying down. Oh. Wait, where did that egg fall? Well, just lost an egg. Hi, Andy. How's it going? Someone's up early. I actually don't know how. I don't know what time it is for you. I just assume it's super early for you every time. Just like, wow, he's up at like 5 a.m. today. Listen. Oh, I need to change this tree. Hold on. I need to move the tree. I eat an orange. You're about to rise for a donut. Hell yeah. Get a donut. Oh, I don't have a shovel. Well, that's embarrassing. That's just embarrassing. Oh, I need hardwood. Oh. Oh, let me get the hardwood. Oh. Damn it, I got one hardwood. Not my pockets being full. It's 10:30. Well, so it's sunrise, right? It's super early for me. I'm like, oh, 10:30, so it's like dawn. I'm like, oh, that's early. I don't know what time it, like mornings. What are those? Anything before 12, I'm like, wow, that's early. You're up early. I put down the whoopee cushion. Oh, not that. I can't even. Okay, it's fine. I just need the hardwood. I feel like I'm always hearing balloons. Anything before 12 doesn't exist, right? Okay, yes. Give it to me. I usually have plenty other resources, but hardwood is always the one that I don't have often. Oh, not that. I was just looking at the camera, making a joke, making a goof, and all of a sudden, even my axe breaks on me. Betrayal. Well, shit. That's what I get for being a clown. Let me open this message bottle. It turns out great DIY ideas can hit at really inconvenient times, like just as I'm falling asleep. And then I thought, where's the fun in keeping the recipe to myself? I thought I might not explode. Wait, I promised it might not explode. God, I can't read. Give it to me now. What are y'all up to on this day? What are you doing so early, Andy? Just goofing. I'm like, wow, you're so brave for being up at 10. What's going on? Is everything okay? I'm a clown. Leave me alone. Bunny Day wardrobe? Give it to me. Yes. What else do I have? Oh, learn that. Yes, please. I'm angry that cherry blossom season is still like 2 seconds long. How long is it supposed to be? Oh, recipe idea. Wig. Finn has a vet appointment. Aw, hope everything is okay with the puppy. Oh, okay. Yeah, my pockets are still full. I understand. I understand. Let me make some tools. Let me make some tools. I could probably just buy tools, but I'm too, what's the word? I just don't spend money. I try not to spend my money unless it's on clothes. In this game, I'm like, oh, clothes, give it to me. I'm cheap. Yeah. There's another word that doesn't sound as aggressive. Tree branches and stone. Yeah, I can do that. That works, Dex. Stingy. That's the one. That's the one I wanted. Betrayal. Hold on. Let me register this song. My inventory is always full. I feel so betrayed. What's this song even? Let me... What are we doing? Hello? What's going on here? Turn that shit up, honey. It's a bop. Forgot to get the stone in my inventory. God damn it. I don't want to talk about that. Wait, let me get this jacket in the storage. Let me get the eggs in the storage too. I can put the cherry blossoms in there too. What's this present? Oh, iron nuggets. Lovely. I store the fragments. What else can I do? Nothing. There's nothing I can do. Lovely. The constant struggle between being too cheap to buy tools and too lazy to make them, right? Clothes-minded. That's me. It's funny because IRL, that's not me at all. Like, I will spend money on literally anything but clothes. And then I complain that I don't have enough clothes. Not that I don't have enough clothes. Oh, how do I make this? Oh, I need wood. Oh, I need wood. Don't we all? Don't we all, Ruby? I already hear it. I know what y'all are about to type. I understand. I craft. Speaking of that, literally, I had to uninstall Tinder. It was destroying. It was not destroying. That sounds so dramatic. Oh my god, I'm okay. I'm okay, everyone. I promise. But it was like negatively impacting my self-esteem, kind of, because within the span of less than a week, I got 3 matches, and all 3 of those matches unmatched me before I could say anything. So the third one was like, I woke up, I see that I have a Tinder notification. I'm like, what is it? It's a match. I open it, they unmatched. It was the third one that week. And then I just was like, you know what? My grumpy morning self was like, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm not today. And so I've been Tinderless for days now. For a couple days. Not that long. But I'm just like, damn it. Like, hello? Why does this have to happen to me? Because I think I'm a catch, you know? You know? They're rude who I gotta fight, Ruby. The sad thing is that I don't even know who it was because they unmatched me. It's like by the time I click on the notification, they're gone. So I'm like, who even? But yeah. It's so rotted. Their loss, right? Right? I'm just saying. Listen. With that being said, I'm single. If you're interested, DM me. Terrible idea. Should not say that on stream. It's always the people you don't want to message you that are going to be like, oh.
Yoo-hoo, Ruby. Someone just sent you a coffee.
A coffee? Tanya. Thank you so much. That did scare me. I thought someone was like yelling at me in voice chat somehow, being like, Ruby, no, don't do that. Don't say that, Ruby. I thought that was someone. Slide into my whispers. My whispers are closed. My whispers are closed. Too many trolls, y'all. Too many trolls. Don't tell me twice, Andy. Oh my god. Yeah, I thought someone joined voice chat to like yell at me to be like, Ruby, no, don't say that. Thank you so... Tanya. Thank you. That was not one coffee. That was not one coffee. That was those were several coffees. We went from 20-something% to 47%. So thank you so much, Cypher. You really didn't have to do that. And I know you know that, but thank you so much. Your point? I know. You should be able to watch a review that I uploaded recently on there. Take the coffee. It's just the whole cafe. Right? I'm gonna yell. Do it. I need to be better at like accepting compliments and generosity. I'm always like, you didn't have to. People are like, I know. I'm aware. Cafe at Ruby's. It's actually funny because in Portuguese, sometimes people say café or cafe, which means coffee. They say coffee as like breakfast, you know? Like, I think that might be more of a Brazilian Portuguese. They say café da manhã, which is like my morning coffee, and they mean that as like my breakfast. In Portuguese, we have a couple words that say breakfast. We say pequeno almoço, which means mini lunch. It's actually kind of cute. We call it mini lunch over here, or little lunch, I guess. But some people call it, some people just to abbreviate, they call it, they just say coffee, café. Yeah, little lunch, you know? We actually have a word that's very similar to lunch, which when learning English was very annoying. We have a word called lunch, which means snack. And so when we learned English in like middle school, we were like, oh, lunch, of course, we know what that means. And the teacher's like, no, you don't. The teacher's like, no. Yeah, the teacher was like, no, you don't. You're a clown. Actually, my English teachers really liked me because I was just like, that's gonna sound like so whatever, but like I just not somehow. Okay, let me give myself some credit because I always listen to like English music, and I've always watched English shows with like subtitles, and I always played video games in English. I kind of developed an instinct for what sounded good, even if sometimes I didn't know the grammar behind it. I was like, that sentence doesn't sound right. So it was just like a weird thing where like I somehow developed that like instinct, and so English teachers loved me. My schoolmates hated me because whenever they would be like, Ruby, help me, I'm like, I don't know, I just go with what sounds good, and they were like, sure, Jan. So needless to say, it did not help me make friends. They didn't believe me. They're like what? Oh, freak out. Thank you so much for the posture check. Everyone, check your postures. Do it. I know some of y'all, half of y'all at least, are like slouched over right now. It's science. This Ruby bitch won't help me. Literally. I remember someone was like, oh, you just don't want to help. Like, just say you don't want to help. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't know how to explain. Like, I don't understand. I just go with what sounds good to me. Stop telling on me. It's my webcam getting cut off because when I set up my camera, I was slouched over. I hate it here. Rotted. I hate it. Oh my god. Just say thank you or I will bop with kindness. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Walks into Starbucks, barista. What would you like? I'll take the store. Yes, right? Outra vez, dígame por favor. I don't know Portuguese. Spanish is really close, which made it really hard for me to learn Spanish in high school because it was too similar to Portuguese. So it was not good. I'm terrible at Spanish because I speak, we call it Portuñol, which means it's like I speak Portuguese and Spanish at the same time. Or like I speak Portuguese with a Spanish accent, which sometimes works for certain words, but it definitely does not with others. So it's really bad. And Spanish people hate that. Like, we went on a field trip one time to Coruña, and they were like, we went to this store, and they were like, what? Not what, but they were like, they just looked confused, and we were like, we're like, hello? It's not that different. But like, yeah, Spanish people hate that. Like, so often people were kind of like to us in service when we were like just like literal high schoolers trying to speak Spanish, but flopping at it clearly. Stop telling on me, Ruby. You speak English beautifully. Aw, thank you, Andy. Me laying flat on my back, chin tucked into my titty. My posture? I was wondering what you said for small lunch. Oh, so pequeno almoço. Let me type it. With the fancy C and everything. Little lunch. Oh, well. What even is this stream? I see what you're doing there, Dex. Fancy. Ooh. Oh no. Let me catch you. Do y'all see that little bitch? They just ran away. Aw, look at Stu watering Sheldon's. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, this is my moment. Yes! A long locust, or should I call it a locust? Wow. That donut was worth it. What kind of donut did you get, Heart? I thought you were trying to catch the butter. No. I was trying to catch that, the locust. Locust? I don't know. Listen. Oh, well. I let it go. Oh yes, I can make the axe. No, the shovel. My brain works in mysterious ways. My brain works in very mysterious ways. oftentimes it works in a very distracted manner. And that's just me. Hi, hello. I don't know if I had iron on my... A part of me wants to start saying iron again. Because I wasn't bullied. That sounds too dramatic. But people used to laugh at me when I was in the Minecraft community. People used to laugh at me for saying iron. And obviously I had to say it a lot because, you know, iron is a thing in Minecraft. Now I want to say it all the time. And still to this day, every time I want to say the word iron, I have to like think about the word and say it like that. So a part of me just wants to give up on that and just say iron, to be honest. Not the Minecraft community coming for you. It wasn't like the whole community. It was like my friend group. Which I guess makes it even worse. It's fine. Let's not use that comparison, Heart. Let's not compare our brains with a meth lab. That's not a good idea. Not on my stream, at least. I get distracted by the music. It's not a normal speaking day without acknowledging how much we hate English every day. It's at least obvious what you mean. Right. And they didn't do that thing where they were like, oh, you mean iron? It was just like, it was either like they started saying it like me to kind of poke fun at me. And it could have been that I was just more sensitive because y'all, I've showed y'all some videos of past Ruby where my accent was thickums. So it was probably me being like already sensitive and self-conscious. And like stuff like that, it was probably not very helpful. And it probably, like, to be honest, it probably, what's the opposite of this? Is it disencourages? Unencourages? I don't know what the right word is, but the opposite of encourage. People don't feel very encouraged to learn a language when they kind of make, like, when their little accent kind of pokes through and people kind of point it out, right? Because oftentimes, and I don't know if other discourages, thank you. I don't know how other people that are like bilingual, because at this point I feel like I can say that I'm bilingual. I don't know how they feel when it comes to like their accent, but I'm pretty sure oftentimes when our accent pokes through, like we're aware and we're already kind of like, damn it, on ourselves. Like we're kind of hard on ourselves for that. So it's definitely not super helpful when people kind of poke fun, I guess. But I also know that people don't often mean it with bad intent. Oh, god damn it, I have to eat another orange. So it's interesting, because I know people don't necessarily mean it with, like, a bad intent. And I know oftentimes people think it's cute, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm like, oh my god, I'm so cute. But that was often a thing where, like, I would get embarrassed by, like, my mistake. And people would be like, oh no, it's cute, it's fine. But also, it's like, it almost makes you also feel like you're being, like, talked down to. Because you, like, you want to be, like, I don't want to take myself too seriously, obviously. But I also don't want to, like, not be taken seriously at all. You know? So it's like when people are like, oh no, it's cute. But I'm like, but I'm also, like, an adult like you. You know? It's like, you don't have to it's complicated. Like, it's like you don't have to, and I don't necessarily think that people are necessarily looking down on you when they do stuff like that. But to me, it's just sometimes it's like I'm not a fan of that. I'm never gonna come for your pronunciation or anything because I only literally know enough English to upload the Just Give Me Things episodes sometimes in Spin. Just tell me things are in Portuguese and I'll change it. What's going on? Is YouTube in English? What's going on, Spin? I'm screaming. It's Spin at this point learning certain Portuguese expressions. No, honestly, I'm okay with changing it. I have all of my things defaulting to English. I really don't mind that at all. Most of my stuff defaults to English. I literally don't care. I feel like I can express myself better in English because I feel like there's more, not that there's more words, but I don't know. For some reason, I just click with it. Maybe I was an English native speaker in another life and I just connect with it for some reason. I don't like it when people make fun of people's pronunciations. It's on par with making fun of speech impediments. Yeah, Andy. It's on par with that. It often comes from the perspective of, like, it usually comes from people who don't speak another language. Like, straight up. It usually comes from people who only speak English. Oftentimes American people are less forgiving, to be honest with you, because in Europe people learn multiple languages in school. I'm pretty sure even in Britain, in like the UK, I shouldn't say Britain, in the UK in general. People learn, they may not become fluent, obviously, but in other languages, but they should at least learn them in school. And because usually, I don't think Americans often learn multiple languages in school. They often don't realize how hard it is. So I think it oftentimes comes from people who don't have that empathy. And they're just like, they just assume that, yeah, of course they're learning English because everything revolves around me and my culture, which is a whole other thing as well, right? Because it usually also comes from white Americans who do that. Because obviously they're the ones who usually wouldn't speak more than a language, because obviously non-white Americans probably speak other languages. Or at least they're more inclined to being more empathetic towards other people's differences, whether it's in language, whether it's in their speech, whether it's in food, whatever, what have you, right? And I'm not trying to come for anyone. I'm just speaking as my experience. My experience has been that. America as a whole mostly ignores the language classes and can only do them when required, as most students don't try. Don't get me wrong, it's a pain in the ass. Like, I hated having French class because I was terrible at it. But it was required. Let me check out the stores. I'm just like chilling and catching bugs and shit. As a white American, I can confirm that's a true bias. Yeah. And I'm glad we can have these conversations on stream, and because I'm not like trying to come for anyone. We don't have languages in school, but a lot of times it's not that helpful. I took like 3 years of Spanish and I still sound like a toddler when I try to speak it. It's hard though. Like, when I started making content in 2014, it was really hard. Because first of all, I hadn't had English classes in like 3 years. Because the last year I had English class was 2011. And so I knew how to write in English. I knew how to like do things in English, but speaking what became, oh my, well, teehee, my things are full. My pockets are full. Let me sell things. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Well, my thought process is gone. Ripperonis. And there she goes, gone with the wind. I actually don't know if I have... Okay, I'll sell one of them, because I don't know if I have the other or not. I should have gone to Blathers first. Oh, it was really, really hard for me to make content in English at first because I would listen back to myself and I would be like, oh God, my accent. And I hated it. I just wanted to sound quote unquote like everyone else. And I hated it. And it's interesting because I've gotten to a point where a lot of people, and they don't mean it in a bad way, and I don't think it's meant to be malicious, and I don't necessarily take it as a malicious thing, but people oftentimes comment on how I don't even sound Portuguese. Like, I don't even sound like, you sound like an American, which is not like again, I don't take it as a flaw. I don't take it as a bad thing. And at first I did take it as a compliment. I was like, oh, thank you so much. Nowadays, I kind of feel bad that I don't have much of an accent. Is that weird? Because, like, there's Portuguese streamers. Wow, what a revelation. But there's Portuguese streamers, and some of them have even different accents than what I had when I first started speaking in English, right? And I do find it charming. But I don't know if it's like a perfectionistic side of myself that would probably fight against it always and just want to speak perfect English. Maybe that would be it. So maybe that would just always be a thing that I would end up grabbing onto a standard American accent because I would probably just feel as though, like, the closest I sound to an American, the better my English is. Which sounds fucked up. Which is why I'm kind of like, I sometimes I don't know what to say when people tell me that, like, oh, you sounded just like an American. I couldn't even tell. I'm like, thanks. Like, I know it's not a bad thing. Like, I know it's not a bad thing. But it makes me feel like a part of my identity is, like, erased. Probably because of my fault. Like, because of the way that I speak. Because obviously, like, the only thing that would tell you that I'm Portuguese is either by me speaking Portuguese or by me having a thick accent. But even then, people would probably assume that I'm Spanish. People would say, like, this is almost 10 years ago when I've oh my god, yeah, it's closest to 10 years ago than it is like me saying 5 years ago or whatever. Like, in 2014, I had people say, like, from Mexico or whatever. Like, people would say that stuff to me. Like, oh, let's go to Mexico or whatever Ruby is from or something like that. Like, people would say stuff like that. And I don't hate those people. And, well, I don't talk to most of those people these days. And some of them really learned and they really listened to me when I brought up those issues. And brought up my concerns oftentimes with the way that I was being addressed or the way that I was being talked to or etc. But people did that all the time. And I felt bad feeling bad because I was like, there's nothing wrong with being Mexican, but I'm not. You know what I mean? So like I felt bad like correcting them. And I feel like sometimes there would be that thing of like, we're not, is there, they're like almost like cornering me like, oh, there's nothing wrong with being Mexican or being insert nationality that is not mine. But I would be like, okay, yeah, but it's not where I'm from. They're like, oh my God, Ruby, it's a joke. You're taking yourself too seriously. And yeah, so there's that. I really enjoyed talking with you. You're a great conversationalist and an effective communicator. Aw, Andy, thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you too. Yeah, y'all reacting to me saying that there's Portuguese streamers. I know, right? Who would have thought? Glenn and I were talking about this. The whole "you don't sound like blank" rhetoric is inherently problematic because it presupposes that there's a normal way to sound, like the normal is English, right? I kind of relate to that, if that makes sense, like how I kind of manufactured this standard American accent because growing up in the South, I got made fun of for my Southern accent so much. I was trying to process that. I was like, did you get made fun of in the South? But I don't think that was what you mean. I love your accent, Spin. I love when your accent comes out. It's like when you're it to me is like when you're most genuine, right? Not when you're most genuine. That sounds weird. But like that's like a part of you and a part of your identity. And when it seeps through, it makes me happy, you know, not in a way of like, oh my God, yeehaw, but like in a way of like, that's who you are. You know what I mean? That's a part of your identity. Does that make sense? Did I phrase that in the best way? Probably not. Oh, I don't have fossils. You're right. You're right, Blathers. Don't drag me. Don't drag me. Oh no. It always sends me that Blathers hates bugs. No thanks, I don't want you to suffer. Dex, I have a confession to make. Every time I talk to Blathers and he asks me if I want him to explain something to me, I always remember that one time you were so pissed because you were having a hard time finding a specific bug, and you were just like, yes, Blathers, I want you to suffer just as much as I did. And I remember that almost every time I send Blathers something and he asks me if he wants me to get, like, if I want him to get into it, and I'm like, yeah, because I get curious and I love to have Blathers just like be passionate about stuff, even though he's just a video game character. I love having him like chit chat and get nerdy with me, right? But every time, a lot of the times I remember just you being like, yeah, I want you to suffer, Blathers. And I'm like, oh, baby Blathers, I love you so much. I don't want you to suffer, but I do want to learn more. In the States, oftentimes the Southern accent is equated with quaintness. People will assume that someone might not be as well educated or too simple. Obviously, this is not the case. The same thing happens here, Andy. I'm from Porto, and people in Porto is like north-ish of Portugal, but anything even more north and like around the northern area of Portugal, generally speaking, people have we have the equivalent of a Southern accent. Yeah, kind of. It's the equivalent of the Southern accent. And so it is very much a thing, like when a TV presenter has kind of like a northern accent, they either kind of they get like poked fun at, or they lose the accent, right? These days it's that I don't feel like there's too much of a pressure for them to lose the accent. But I remember a friend of mine who lives in, generally speaking, the Lisbon district. I remember she once got in an argument with. I think she often got into arguments with her roommates at the time, because there was always this impression that she was like the angry northern bumpkin kind of thing, and like the people from the north are like uneducated, and people from the north are like more aggressive, and they're more like barbaric, and they're more like ruthless and rude, and just like that kind of mentality. So that was really interesting. I didn't experience that for myself because I've never lived there. But this was like maybe 5 years ago, probably a little bit longer, maybe around that time actually. So yeah, that's a whole thing here. In Florida, it's weird because the further north you are in Florida, the further south you are. Most of the people in North Florida are either from here or from other southern states, and people in the central and South Florida mostly move here from the north. Huh, interesting. And you know what's interesting too is like the northern area of Portugal, or specifically speaking Porto, because there's this huge rivalry between Porto and Lisbon, Lisboa. There's often kind of like a rivalry with like sports clubs and stuff like that. But it's interesting because often I've noticed that Porto ends up voting more. Oh my god, an egg sushi costume? Give it to me. I'm here for the chaos. Sorry, I got distracted. Shit. I got distracted by the dress. We usually vote more progressive. Sorry, that's what I wanted to say. And we're usually more open-minded as far as the voting and stuff like that. There was literally like a news story at some point that implied, and the channel had to apologize and everything because they ran a story in the news that alluded to the possibility, because at the time the COVID cases in Porto were higher than in Lisbon. And again, it was a whole thing. Like in the news, every time they would say like, oh, in Porto there's this amount, and in Lisbon there's this amount, and it was such a weird thing. Like, why are we comparing? But at some point, Porto had more cases, and there was like a thing in the news that alluded to like a study that like, oh, because people up north are less educated, therefore there's more cases there. And it's interesting how the comparisons kind of stopped once Lisbon was more affected. Because a lot of our entertainment is based in Lisbon as well, so that's probably, the journalists that work there are probably like, oh, whatever. So it was very interesting how like it was alluded to by this one specific channel. It wasn't a normal thing that every channel was doing, but this one particular channel was like alluding to the fact that people up north were getting more cases. Oh, this is ugly. There were more cases because people up here were less educated. And it's weird because a lot of the treatments for COVID at first were actually, our hospitals up north actually had to figure it out as they went. And a lot of the treatments that ended up being like applied for people in like intensive care and stuff like that, that ended up being like, those things ended up happening as like a norm, as a standard in other hospitals, because our main hospital in Porto, or like one of the biggest hospitals in Porto, ended up like basically coming out with a treatment plan for COVID. And other hospitals adapted and learned from them. But yeah, people in Porto are apparently less educated. Make it make sense, you know? And you moved from North Florida to Central Florida. I definitely felt the judgment all over again. That sucks. Oh, I didn't want to go here. That fucking sucks, Spin. I hate that. And for me to clarify, because I think I kind of left that topic a little abandoned when we were talking about the cute thing, people being like, oh, it doesn't matter that you're saying that wrong because it's cute. I can take a compliment when it's like, if people say like, your accent is cute, or like, I don't know, the way that you say that is very endearing. I don't know. It's different when I'm asking someone like how to say it. I'm like, okay, how would you pronounce that? And they're like, oh, you pronounce it like this, but like, it's cute that you pronounce it that way, kind of thing. Because it's almost like the way that they want to see you is the Portuguese person with a broken accent. And so they almost want to perpetuate that so that you're kind of like a living stereotype to them. Does that make sense? And again, there's nothing wrong with someone having a broken accent or someone having a very like heavily Portuguese accent or whatever accent that they have because they speak another language from birth, right? Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with any of that. I personally find it very endearing, and like I've been saying over and over again, I think it gives people more character because it's who they are. But sometimes to me, that's sometimes how I find an issue with it, is like when people almost, this was more in the past, like when people would almost like not teach me something because it was fine the way that I was saying it, even though I was saying it wrong, and they just preferred to hear me say it wrong. It was not super common though. It was not, but it was a thing. But the reason I brought that up is because it still to this day kind of affects how I think sometimes, or when I speak, or sometimes I kind of beat myself over when I mispronounce something, or even when I ask regularly, like, oh, how do you say that? How do you say that? And sometimes that becomes a little bit of a meme, like, oh, Ruby's always asking how you pronounce something, or how do you say that, or whatever. And I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I totally get what you're saying. Thank you for understanding. Off to meetings. Thank you so much for stopping by, Tanya. I really, really appreciate you being here. Again, for the podcast, for your support, for your just for your friendship. I really, really appreciate you. So I hope the meetings go by very smoothly. Have a wonderful time, as wonderful of a time as you can in a meeting. It robs you of your agency to learn how to speak a language correctly. Right. Yeah, exactly. Because when you learn a language, you often rely on other people to help you. That's the best way for you to learn any language, is by literally speaking to a native of that language. And so when they kind of, I don't know, I think they don't mean it badly, because I recently saw, and this is very unrelated to me, but I saw recently like a small compilation of TikTok of one of the BTS members, RM, when the members say something in English, and they like say something wrong grammatically or something, he will correct them, but he will be like, oh, but it sounds cuter how you said it. But that's different because they're all in the same boat, right? He's not now that I just said that, I'm like, that's not the same because he's also a Korean learning English as a second language. And it's okay for he's not preventing them from learning. He's just kind of making them feel he's trying to make them feel good about themselves, or telling them as well that like our fans are not going to care. They're going to think it's cute that you mispronounced it, kind of thing. Kind of as a reassurance. But it's not the same as it wouldn't be the same as like an American or an English person or an Australian telling him that like, oh, this is how you say it, but it sounds cuter when you say it, because that then it's like demeaning, right? I love having these conversations on the fly, because we're just like, I'm thinking as I'm talking and we're all kind of discussing together. I love that this is just a just chatting stream with Animal Crossing in the background. Oh, look at Isabel. Just sleeping on the job. Americans for sure would also be like, wrong, you say it like this too. Right. Yeah. Not as much these days, because I feel like as much as we still have a long way to go as far as like representation and people being more aware or people being more mindful about people that are not themselves or people that are not like them. It's been way better though. It's been way better about like people correcting me. Like I don't get that at all. Like people don't often correct me, which sometimes I'm like, oh no, why did no one correct me? But at the same time, I appreciate it, right? Because I wouldn't want to like make a point or be on my podcast and talk about something and then all of a sudden the conversation gets interrupted because I mispronounced something, right? And I always silently appreciate when I mispronounce something and people don't flinch. People don't like laugh. People don't make it a thing. Because that used to be a thing. And it's not. And so to bring the conversation back to the start, not because I want to start the conversation all over again, but to kind of put a bow on that, I am grateful that that's not really a thing. There's also the implication that you wouldn't be my friend anymore, and there's also the implication that I wouldn't take that shit anymore. So, you know, I also have like more strict boundaries, if you will, with that kind of stuff. She works 24/7, let her sleep. Oh, for sure. Hi, Flora, my icon. What a super evening, Pinky. Let's talk. Sunny days are my favorite, absolute fave. On a sunny day, it feels like anything is possible. Flora came up to me the other day, and she was like, hi. And she was like, hi, I noticed everyone else calls you Teehee. Can I also call you Teehee? And I was like, yes. I was like, yes, you can. I've been sitting here eating some good ass pizza while listening to this conversation. I think I've made a couple comments in the past to you, definitely not recently by any means, that may have been a bit too harsh than a playful thing. I can't really remember. Maybe, listen, maybe you have. I don't know. Talking to you over the years has made me step up my game on having a little giggle over a misspelling or a strange pronunciation, and just recognizing that it may be more than not knowing the spelling of something to someone. Right. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that and holding yourself accountable for sure. It's difficult to navigate that kind of stuff, to be honest, because sometimes I don't know. Like, usually I think. Uh-oh. Why do you have a speech bubble? Oh. No. I'll just say what. Must have been somebody else's. Oh well, you know how you're always doing nice things for me, Ruby? The other day I couldn't help buying a wrestler uniform, and now I can help giving it to you. It would make me super happy if you'd accept it. Only for you, Bella. Try it out and see if you like it. Think of it as a big thanks from your bestie. Aww. I change it immediately. I don't even care that if it's ugly. It's kind of iconic. It's pink and everything. It's kind of iconic. Okay, hi. Oh, I thought you were gonna acknowledge my outfit. Hi. Will you sell it to me for 300 bells? Okay, yeah, sure. You've made my whole day très fantastique. Aw, Bella. I love Bella. Aw. A precious bean. No, but I appreciate you, Passion, and what I was gonna say is sometimes it's hard to navigate whether or not I'm being too sensitive or whether or not someone is just having a laugh, right? And having a laugh is not necessarily a bad thing because we all do that, right? The way that sounds more like the start of an apology video than necessary. Oh no. Not that. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. This balloon is over the water. I'm stressed. I look at the balloon. I stare. I think it should be fine. Oh! No! It literally fell on the last patch of water. It was 1 block away from land. I'm upset. Well, shit. You just reflect and think back on the little things that just weren't necessary. Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, absolutely. And I think sometimes in the queer scene, we get sometimes carried away with like dragging one another, and sometimes like, you know, that entire thing of reading and all that. And which sometimes is funny. And listen, we all have a laugh at one point or another because we pronounced something in a funny way. If we, you know what I mean? Like, it happens to all of us, right? Like, we pick up on certain, like, jokes, and we make little, like, inside jokes about, like, someone misspelling something, and we make it a little thing that's, like, playful and not at all intended to be like, haha, look at how that person spelled that word, right? Oh, Koga, thank you so much for the resub. Hold on. Oh, there you go. I think the alerts are working for me. They're not as loud as they usually were anymore. I think they're good. Koga, thank you so much for lurking, for subbing. Enjoy your lurk. No worries. You gotta earn your coin. No worries. Yeah, sorry. You got bullied by your community to let her leave your island. Why? They said she was an uggo. I'm so sorry that you have community members without taste. I'm kidding. They drag me. No, I'm kidding. She's not ugly. Excuse me. So rude. I hope you can get her back at some point and accept her out of spite. Not even because you love her so much, but at that point just out of spite. Like, oh, y'all made me do this? Oh, interesting. Can we talk about how Koga has been subscribing for 43 months? Because I don't even know what 43 months translates to in actual time. So can we talk about that? You're in that same boat since 2013. I don't... what does that pertain to, Heart? What do you mean by being on the same boat? I ask because the conversation is shifting around so often that I don't always know what y'all are talking about, especially with delays and stuff like that. So if you can clarify, like, what do you mean by that? 3 years and 7 months. Thank you so much, Dex. This is why having a math gay around is very important. One of the many reasons I have you around. I can't do math, but that's a lot of months. It sure is. You know what? It sure is. And I appreciate every single one of them. Those coconut trees... They... Okay. I don't want to expose pants, but these came from their island, and they were saying that they weren't growing on their island, and they're not growing here either. Maybe I just need to plant them in like different places. I mean, I was the one who took them. Pants didn't force me. I plant them here. Okay. What Passion said about reflecting and looking back at little things that weren't necessary. All of us do. Yeah, for sure. All of us do. All of us have said things that we regret. All of us have done things that we regret. And the point, it's even the reason as to why I didn't say any names, because like I said, like a lot of people, I've recognized how much they've grown as people, right? I remember people from back in the day in the Minecraft community. Some of them haven't changed probably, but some of them did. And some of them, like, I remember specifically there was a friend that used to be very like, oh, people take things too seriously, or like people get offended by everything. And when like important issues were being brought up, and nowadays they're very like politically like active and very like adamant about like standing up for what's right and being aware of social issues and stuff like that. So obviously people can and people do grow and they do change. So that's why I'm not saying any names, because I am allowing for some of them at least the grace to that I know that they've grown as people, and I know that they would never say stuff like that before, and I know they probably regret a lot of the jokes that they made about my accent, about, you know, stuff like that, right? As I'm sure I've made jokes and I've said things that I probably shouldn't have, right? That's just a part of growing, and that's just a part of being a human being. So, yeah, that's like completely normal. What's not normal is for people to, when you notice that people keep, like when people are, when something is brought up to their attention and they continue making that same mistake, you're like, okay, that's not a mistake, that's just a design. That's just who you are as a, like, you know what I mean? Oh, a prize. Do I have to make all of these egg things before April 4th? Like, what's going on with the egg event? I don't understand. I don't remember. It's been a long time since the egg girly came into my island. Do I have to make all of them? Because I can. Why not? I'll probably do it over the weekend. I partially blame Drag Race for the whole queer community is too comfortable reading thing. Yeah, I agree. I know I personally got ballsy from the pop forums I was frequently on in the early 2010s. Yeah. I remember I roughly remember people getting very ballsy on streams too and saying shit that was like, you don't know me. People kind of every once in a long in a every once in a blue moon, people do that where they think that they're being cute by reading you. I say that with quotation marks. And it's oftentimes just mean-spirited. And, oh, hi, friend. Hello. Do you live here? I'm Flick. I'm kind of a bug buff, an insect enthusiast, an arthropod artiste. I love all bugs and their appendages. That sounds inappropriate. I've been traveling across all the islands looking for my soul bug, the perfect inspiration for my art. I must capture every wiggling leg, each joint of the antenna. We're so lucky to live in their world. Are you okay, Flick? So if you find a bug, will you sell it to me? I can pay a little extra. No price is too high for my chitinous kindred. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. And that's any bug. Devotion with conditions isn't devotion at all. Oh, and if you're, you know, interested in my art at all, just let me know. My commissions are open. I've got a bug to sell. Really? What kind? Oh, I have a locust. I have a yellow butterfly. I just a bunch of things. Give me the money. To get the egg wand? Oh, got it. Can I offer you 4,000? Yes. Absolutely. Give it to me now. I need money for the bridge, honey. That bridge is not going to build it herself. Sounds good, Flick. Thank you. Bye. Chitinous. Chitinous. That sounds inappropriate. I gotta go. Chitinous. Chitinous. It sounds like I'm saying shit in us. Anyway, I can only imagine what it was like during those days. I have a rough image as someone who was watching Minecraft videos here and there around the same time. Oh, the friend! Hi! Oh. Not you sneezing on me in the pandemic. Excuse you, Egbert. Not this. Oh no, Egbert. Hold on. It's an emergency. Egbert is in a crisis. I'm on my way. Do I even have any medicine on in my box? I will buy it. I don't care. I just want Egbert to be okay. Egbert. Not the Super Nanny and Animal Crossing RP. Oh, hi, Bella. Bella just grooving. Oh, working out. Bella's just working out. Chitinous. Chitinous? Why are the captions saying tightness? Not that. It's chitinous? Tightness. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much for helping me. People truly forget that reading is an art for those you love. That's often where it just turns into maliciousness for literally no reason. Yeah. Reading, for me, like, it's like, to me, it's funny when you read me for something that you know about, and you know that it's not an issue. It's not something that I'm insecure about either, right? Like, if people make a comment on like my fucked up sleeping schedule, right? And people make a joke like, "Oh, that building in Minecraft is just as fucked up as Ruby's sleeping schedule." That's funny to me because that's something that I laugh about, and that's something that as a friend, boundary here, as a friend, if you're not my friend, stop. But as a friend, that's something that people would have a leeway, right, to joke about. And just like little things like that. And that's why what Passion said is so true. Like the thing about reading is that it has to be from a place of love, because you can't just like comment on someone's body if you know that they're insecure about it, or even if they're not insecure about it. That's not cute. So you it's like a harmless joke, a truly harmless joke, right? So there's that. And people, yeah. And even like there's a difference between being an acquaintance, being a friend, and being a close friend. And I feel like sometimes people blur those lines, you know? I'm so sorry because we were literally just talking about how bad this is, but I can't draw a straight line right now because I'm giggling over shit in us. I did say shit in us. I did fully. I was the one who brought attention to shit in us. So I laughed about it. You can laugh about it. It's okay. You're not mocking me. I remember one time someone burst in laughing because I said the wiener instead of the winner. And that's a very easy mistake, turns out. For me, for some reason. Like, every once in a while I have to catch myself and say winner and not wiener. and sometimes I do it on purpose, to be honest. I just do it on purpose because teehee wiener. But I remember someone just like burst out laughing one time, and they probably didn't mean any harm by it, but imagine you already are insecure about mispronouncing that, and then someone laughs at you. And the thing is, at the time, I didn't even realize that I was saying it wrong. I was just saying it with an accent. I was like, what? What are you laughing at? I was literally like clueless, right? And that's when it's like, when the person isn't in on the joke, it's shitty. It's shitty. And I feel like there's not... oh god, I forgot to give the medicine. I feel like you can tell when someone just fully mispronounced something, or when someone is making a goof out of something, you know what I mean? I don't know. But then again, maybe that's kind of exclusionary to people who may be in a neurodivergent spectrum, right? And I don't even know if I'm phrasing that correctly, so please do correct me if I happen to be misspeaking about that. Medicine! Yes, take the medicine, Egbert. I love you. Look at him in his pajamas. That doesn't taste like snacks, but it doesn't taste bad either. I already feel a little better. That medicine was amazing. I want to say thanks. Here's a rainbow sweater. Give it to me now. Oh, I love you, Egbert. Thank you for giving me permission to deploy the tea kettle. Of course. Of course. Oh, let me... I don't think I've tried it on. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so adorable. This reminds me of something that Fly would do. Like, I think Fly would definitely make a sweater like this and look adorable in the process. I love it. Egbert is a good bean. I need one IRL, right? Oh yeah, there's plenty of things when I'm playing like Animal Crossing and stuff like that that just remind me of friends. And I'm like, oh, it's a friend. Hi, Freak Out, how are you? Like the cowboy boots remind me of Spin. This sweater is reminding me of Fly. I can't think of other things right now in the top of my head, but like when it comes to outfits, sometimes I remember certain people. I just not my pockets being full. I just associate it with people. Well, that's very non-sexy of the game to not allow me to have that. Do I have any bugs on me? I do not. Okay. Do I have any fossils? I do not. Okay, let me sell stuff. Y'all, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just like running around. I know y'all don't care because y'all are still here. But I just realized and I just low-key felt bad. I was like, oh no, I'm just like running around not doing anything. I feel bad. We still had good conversations. Yeah. Hi, Lloyd. How much do you need? 99? Oh, I got it. I'll help. I got you. I will give you 59 to 77. And I'll give you the rest later, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll be able to afford it. Is chum gender specific? Because I feel like it's not. Hi, Stu. Nice weather for a walk, huh? Yeah. Something different about you today, but I can't figure it out. Oh, it's your whole face thing. I take off my pig nose and suddenly Stu is like, oh, you changed your face. I never noticed change, like when my favorite energy soda went off shelves and I slept for a week. What a sweet soul. Oh, Stu. Oh, what a sweet bean. Not me doing the bless your heart. I like the word chum. Oh, look at him sitting at the stool. Oh, at the bench, I mean. A cutie. Oh, oh, my posture. Fuck. I was sinking in my chair. Oh my god. What am I doing? Oh, I was gonna store stuff in my home. Tee. I got distracted. I got distracted. My island is turning out pretty cute, right? Right. I'm just kidding. It's turning out pretty cute. I'm just doing basic shit for now, but it's turning out pretty cute. I want to build up. I'm probably not going to do it on stream. Yeah. No, you can be honest. You can be honest, but I'm going to call you an asshole. If you know what I mean? Like, if unprompted, you're just like, no, your island sucks. I'm like, okay, listen. If you're gonna drag me. You thought Dex or Spin said I don't think so. No, it's not. You saying it's turning out pretty cute, right? It's very organized for you being early on. It's nice. Oh, thank you. No, they wouldn't drag me for that. They would drag me for my outfit. If they didn't think my outfit was cute, they would drag me for it. But not my island. Because you might as well just slap me in the face. You might as well just slap me in the face and call me ugly on a Tuesday. Very specific chain of events. The hand emoji. I'll wait for Tuesday to arrive then. I'm screaming. We time travel back to Tuesday to slap. Suddenly I don't stream on Tuesdays. Suddenly I can't be bothered. I haven't been to that other side because I don't. Oh, Stu, I love you. I just recently started decorating too. Like I've been gathering stuff from like random gifts, random like purchases at the stores, and I'm just like starting to decorate the island. So, you know, I'm just doing things like whenever I feel like it. Like I don't really have a plan or a project for my island or anything. I just go with the flow. I just do whatever I feel like doing. Excuse me. Oh, Keaton is home. I love that I was sure that Keaton was going to be the next one I was going to get rid of. And turns out it's not the case. Hi, Keaton. Good evening, Wingo. I'll be your fabulous host. I want to chat. There's something different about... Did you get a haircut or something? Haha, I'm just teasing. I love that you're making such a bold statement, and the statement is Wingo. I literally just removed my pig nose. That's literally, not literally all I did. I just changed my outfit and removed my pig nose. Do I look unrecognizable without my pig nose? Like, what the hell? What? Everyone's like, you look so different today. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a pig anymore. Thanks. These random car beds. I know, right? Keaton really said straight culture that day. A Charlie XCX stan account. Let's ride. Her impact, honestly, I can't ever do anything vehicle related in a video game without saying, let's ride. Her impact. She changed my life forever. That's kind of iconic how, like, I feel like pop stars back in the day used to be like, the impact that they left on people was like a music video or like a very impactful performance or anything. And these days, people that impact with people that like the pop stars impact on society is like catchphrases or memes that they say. It's like, it's so funny to me. Oh, well, that was a flop. Isn't that kind of iconic? It's really great how songs that don't chart can make an impact. Like, I mean, it's always been like that if you think about it. Like, Britney is a prime example of like someone who doesn't have like the best history with charting, but she's impacted pop culture so much that literally you can't think of anyone, and it's probably not for the best because Britney wasn't the one who came up with it. But every time someone is wearing like a mic like that, everyone says the Britney mic, which is kind of messed up because she wasn't the one who created it, and she was certainly not the first artist to use it while performing. But her impact, you know? It's just really funny to me how people make an impact these days because of a funny clip. Or a clip that isn't even that funny, but they just said something in a funny way that makes you just want to quote that. Pretty iconic if you ask me. Wait, where is that from? I feel like I have that like buried in my brain. Oh, it's the Jessie J thing. Unite! I was like, oh my god, I know that. Oh, are you kidding me? That whole thing of the no, 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 no. That's impact. Are you shitting me? Oh my god, this fish is like trolling me, and I'm in a very awkward place. In this pond. Oh my god. Oh my god. Should I make that a sound command? I've considered making that no, 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 no a sound command, but I feel like that would be too much. I feel like that would be too excessive because I don't like when the sound commands are too. You use it when we're fighting, just an aggressive unite. I love that. I'm here for it. Although you already have the iconic, we're all gonna have fun. So, hi Norma, I love you. I gifted her this dress and she wears it all the time. What's the latest, girly? I think the way you're using that makeup might just start a neat trend, Ruby. I'm not wearing makeup. I noticed these things, or maybe it's just that I notice neat folks like you who ah, I love you. I would give my life for you. I would take a bullet for you, Norma. Just know that. Okay, bye. Yes, fashion. So, are you guys dancers? Are you clubbers? I love that one. Just Heidi Montag. So, are you guys dancers? Are you clubbers? And they were like, just say redacted. Just say redacted. Oh no, maybe they do. Maybe they think the pig nose was my actual nose and I'm contouring today. That's tragic. I don't wear my pig nose all the time though. Every other day they do that though. They're like, oh, you changed. I'm like, no, my hair's been the same since like day 3. Like whenever I unlocked this hairstyle and this hair color, I stuck with it. So, I don't get it. But here, listen, it's fine. Why are there so many weeds here? Hello? When did the homophobia come through my island? Drama. Speaking of just gaming things, nobody said a thing about just gaming things. My bot literally just did it. Nobody else did, but it's fine. But my bot said it, so I'm going to bring it up. Tomorrow we have a podcast, Just Gaming Things podcast, an all queer gaming channel, which there's not many of those around. There's not many queer related gaming podcasts, so I'm just saying you should tune in. We're gonna talk about all the gaming things. We're gonna talk about some gaming news from the week. We're gonna talk about what games we're playing. I find it to be a fun podcast. Oh, there's like weeds here, but I can't see them because, you know, it's blocked. Another friend. Hi. Who lives here? Is it Bengal? I forget where people live. It is Bengal. Hi. I love you, Bengal. I'm so happy you came. Aw. Wow, you're peak fab today. Are you testing a new look? You should have looped me in. We could have been twin BFFs, both deliciously fresh fashionistas. I love you. I would also die for you. Okay, bye. You made your husband's catchphrase bottom in Animal Crossing and you're thriving. Who's your husband? Not peak fab. Ooh, queen. No, Bengal would never. Bengal would never. Oh god, okay. I bury it. Leonardo, and I will not be taking any criticism. I don't know who that is. Ah, not exclamation point slay. I also think Bengal is a she. Again, they're villagers in Animal Crossing. Do they even have pronouns? I don't think so. I just assume everyone is that they, them. As they should, honestly. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. Oh my god. Not the cisheads attacking me on this day. They, them crossing, we stand. Honestly, that's kind of a, I'm gonna here for that. Is it safe for me to assume that Leonardo is a jock type? I don't know. I just feel like you would gravitate towards a jock villager. I don't know. Sherb is canonically they, them. An icon. He is, of course. I love that. Oh, Stu. I adore Stu. Why are you hanging out by yourself, friend? He's side-eyeing me like this bitch. What does this they, them want to do with me? Bengal is canonically he, they, and by canonically I mean I made that shite up but believe me, besties, I'm screaming. I can't with y'all. It's Passion and Dex having the same idea of like making up a villager and saying that it's canonically a specific pronoun set and just having me believe it. Because that's who I am as a person. I am gullible. Hi, my name is I'm gullible. How are you? We actually write the Animal Crossing wiki. I'm screaming. Oh no. Well, not the duplicates on this day. Yeah. I just want to make sure I didn't have anything to give to you. No, it's true. God damn it. Well. Well. I love streams like this where like nothing happened but also everything happened at the same time. I don't want to become an Animal Crossing streamer because I feel like I would not bored, but I don't want to make Animal Crossing part of my content. in a way in which is like regular or consistent, because I thrive on chaos, and also I want to play other games. That's kind of, you know, that's kind of my thing. But what I will say is that I really adore having these moments where we have like something going on and then we just kind of have a chill Animal Crossing moment. I am thinking of doing it more often though, in like maybe the first half of a stream is a specific game, and then, or maybe not even the first half, like maybe 3 hours is like 3 hours of a game, or maybe whatever, and then 1 hour of Animal Crossing to kind of wind down at the end, kind of thing, you know? I was thinking I was thinking about that, Dex, as well. Like, what if I did it at the beginning? I think the problem with doing it at the beginning would be that I feel like some people wouldn't be awake for it, and they would be like, and they would like, oh, I missed out on the update. And I feel like if I did it at the end of the stream, I feel like there's a higher likelihood that more people that care about my Animal Crossing island would catch it if I did it at the end rather than at the beginning. Because the beginning of a stream is always like a journey, you know, like people are still coming in and all of that, and I also wouldn't want to like log out if I did it at the beginning. Like, I feel like we would just get distracted, and like next thing you know, I'm like playing Animal Crossing for 3 hours and I didn't play the game that I said I was going to play. You know what I mean? They're the best kind of stream. Animal Crossing is too docile. Aw, I'm glad you liked it. Isabel doesn't get the point of pronouns. Wait. Her tweets are my own views and... Wait. She has my own views. Oh god. Tweets are my own views in her bio and likes questionable things. No. No. What we're not gonna do is talk shit about Isabel. She's an icon. She's my new Mario Kart main. She's a legend. She is the moment. She's an ally. I feel like she would be, though, that person that identifies as an ally. I will give her that. The only thing negative that I will say about Isabel from Animal Crossing is that I feel like if she was a person, she would identify as an ally. I love her, though. And you know what? She is an ally, and she should say it. I'm kidding, by the way. She made it into Smash. Waluigi could never. Well, Waluigi deserves better. But that's another conversation. We don't need to tear down a hung icon to praise an icon. I really didn't need to call him hung. I really didn't. I could have just pretended that I didn't say that and move along. And yet, you know, you think Waluigi is hung? Wasn't there like don't people joke about that, or is it just Luigi? Wario is absolutely packing more. The girth. I was gonna say something girth related to. Well, not soda cans or Quake. You know what's one of my turnoffs about men, TM, is when they take a dick pic, like next, and they put their dick next to like a can, and you're like, that's not sexy. At least I don't find it sexy. I hate that. I understand why they do it. They like want to compare it with a household object that you would have, so that you would have like a comparison. I don't find it sexy. I don't find it sexy. I don't. I'm in no position to be picky, however. I will say that. Ooh, passion. Okay. No, I can't. Oh, I need tree branches. We need to save this for breakfast. Okay, I was actually thinking of doing like an R-rated breakfast episode, like as a Patreon exclusive. Like as one of the monthly Patreon videos that I do. I would be willing to do a conversation like this on patreon.com/ProjectRuby. Although we could just have that conversation on a random breakfast at Ruby's. Next week with Passion's Planet and Zombie Kills, we talk about man comparing their dick with cans. Stay tuned. I don't want to... Don't take that as a thing. I don't want to compromise Zombie in this conversation. But it's true, though, that Passion and Zombie are going to be on the podcast. That's an accurate statement, though, but not the rest, you know? I don't want to pre-plan a conversation, though. We're going to talk about whatever. Hi, Fly. Fly, do you like it when men take dick pics and they compare it with, like, a household object, such as, like, a can of deodorant, or a can of beer, or... Let's talk about it. I'm kidding, you don't have to. I'm kidding. Talk about Todger against cans, not this. I honestly would live for the best and worst dick pic stories and dick pic composition preferences. I got you. I don't really get that many. People do that, Passion. People do that. I've seen it on Twitter too. People do that. Like they will do like the like those long cans of deodorant, like the spray, and they do that. I've seen a couple Old Spice spray cans. I sure have. This may be controversial, but dick size for me doesn't really matter. Or just even the absence of a dick to me doesn't matter either. What matters to me is, like, as cheesy as that sounds, is like the person attached to it. Because we can make do. Listen, you know, I'll work with whatever. You love me wait, a slim crawl? I'm afraid. But it's not complimentary all the time. I'm like, impressive, but no. I've definitely received a body spray dick or two. I think I have to. Trust me, Passion. Sometimes they beat the spray cans and it's just, How many ways can I spell penis tonight? Find out in Ruby's chat, I guess. Now you saying smell. I'm yelling. Also tea, though. Yeah, like... Life isn't porn. So to me, like, whatever you got, like, if I'm into you, whatever you got, we have fingers, we have hands. Toys can be purchased. We can make it work. Listen, get creative. Get creative. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, I should log off. A man holding a bucket of flowers next to the Willy Wonka. Not the Willy Wonka. I just love this journey we're on, where Passion is finding different words to say, to say dick. Not the Willy Wonka. That's not the one we're gonna go with. That's not the one, Passion. I'm screaming. Not the knob. I hate that. I hate that even more. I hate that even more. Let's go. I remember the times of Willy Wonka. Dex, not that. I remind you of Johnny Depp. I envy... I don't know if that's the case anymore because I don't follow with what... You know, I don't know what he's up to and there's a lot of allegations, so that's like, no. But I do love long hair and I do aspire to have luscious long hair. The other day, I snatched part of my hair back, and it was giving me like, and you're gonna know exactly what I mean by this spin. It was giving me like long hair Taman. I don't know if I can. Oh God, I don't know if I can do it because I have a lot of hairspray on, but. Like this top part of the hair, like, do you see it, like, from the side? Like, I just kind of snatched it, and, like, the top part of my hair makes a little, like, thing. And I love it, but I'm like, people can't see it. Like, even if I have it up right now, you couldn't see it. And I'm like, damn it, do I need to, like, put my camera, like, slightly sideways? Not the long hair with, like, when he had, like, the hair, like, straight down. Like, when he had it, like, snatched back, I'm like, oh, I love that hair. He hated it, but I want it. Not that. Passion. Not that again. Passion, someone called me that on stream once. And I mean, listen, did they make some points? Slightly. I also shouldn't have just, like, cut my hair soon afterwards because I felt like their comment was way too on point. Again, a prime example of someone who came in unprompted, someone new, just read me, stayed around the community for like a day, and then completely left and I never see them again. Was it worth me allowing myself to get that extra view when the person never even remained in the community? No, it wasn't. It was before your now iconic Bob number. It was the longer bang number. Like, make it make sense at least. Your hair is so pretty. I love your hair. I love your hair, Passion. I really do. What am I doing? I look for someone to raid. I mean, my hair was the same as this. So people... It wasn't that off. If you look at that emo, I get it. I see the resemblance. But it still made me feel a certain kind of way. I kind of see it because it was parted in the middle. And I didn't have... I had the sides shaved, I think. So it gave it more of a bounce, I guess. I don't know. Listen. It was very uncalled for, and I should have never listened to them. But shit sometimes gets to you. I loved it, Passion. I loved it so much. That edit you did was incredible. Use the coupon code PASSION15. I love that. I do a Ruby dress-up game edit. I feel like that would come off more of a read than an actual complimentary thing. I feel like you would put up, like, white t-shirts and, like, the one turtleneck that I have, the sweaters, the dressing gown. Yeah. I feel like it would somehow be more of a read than a compliment. She will put like gym shorts, ugly gym shorts that I've wore during Just Dance, and she will continue to perpetuate the skid mark agenda, which never happened, by the way. Just so we're clear. But you know, I'm not gonna shame Passion's kink for skid marks. I feel like they've messaged me on Grindr. I'm screaming. Who do I want to raid? This is rhetorical question. Wait, someone asked me a rhetorical question earlier. Was it you, Dax? That's the funny thing about streaming. Like, I read comments in my head and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna reply to it in a little bit. And then I forget about it. And then I randomly remember the comment. You asked me if I knew about something. All love when I edit things for you, mostly. Oh, we all know that reading comes from love, but... Yes. What was it, Dax? I forget. It was like a reference that someone made. Potentially you. Can we talk about KK Disco? Hi. Love KK Disco. Okay. Boo-doo-doo-boop-boop-boop-boop. Boo-doo-doo-boop-boop-boop. Oh, it's actually very difficult to choose who I'm gonna raid. Okay, I'm just gonna say 1 or 2, and y'all are gonna choose. The way I was over here literally shaking my titties to the KK disco, and then you said that. Yes! Colin, okay, we're just spamming. Okay. And one of the words got caught by Automat, so I can only assume that you're an asshole. Bye. The majority wins. The majority said 2. So we're gonna say hi to Space Valkyries.
Of audio that.
Oh, it's me not muting the stream. My bad. Space Valkyries. You didn't have the subject in it? Oh no, not that. I think it was something that I either said or someone said. And you said something to the effect of like, do you know where that's from? Implying that I didn't. And I think I didn't know, actually. Funny enough. I don't think I knew where that came from. But I don't remember what it was that we were talking about. I'm over here, Heart. Hi. You don't need to talk about me in the third person. I'm right here. I can read your message. Did Ruby like Bad Girls Club? Ruby... I'm going to talk about myself in the third person. Ruby does not have an opinion on Bad Girls Club because I just haven't watched it. I know I've seen a couple memes from it, but I don't really know about it. Oh. Oh. I was like, who's texting me? No one. Literally the pattern app being like, hi. I'll check the VOD. Okay, let me know on Discord, Dex. Like I was saying, we're gonna say hi to Space Valkyries. Space Valkyries, aka Val, is a lovely streamer. I really, really adore Val. Val's pronouns are she, her. She's currently playing Final Fantasy X. She is actually kind of far into the game. So if you do plan on playing that game and you want to avoid spoilers, I'm sorry. She's like halfway through the game. And I actually kind of feel bad because she's in the middle of a cutscene and I'm like, uh-oh, I think the raid is gonna land in the middle of the cutscene. But yeah, thank you so much for putting the raid message in chat. We're just gonna say the queerdom is here. Val is lovely. I really adore Val. Her community is very cozy, very friendly. Val is very friendly. And I just adore Val's content a lot. Val plays a variety of games, currently playing Hades, Final Fantasy X, cute indie games. So we love a variety streamer in this house, and especially a queer streamer. Bye, friends. I love you. Goodbye.